Hey you guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can be notified when I go live or upload a new video. And please like this video. We're trying to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers so we can have our gift card giveaway. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So last night I had the weirdest dream, and I feel like it was God who was trying to warn us. But before I get into all that, I just, I want to say that on this channel, we're not going to be talking about Nature Boy or the wives anymore. When I think about Nature Boy, everything is blank. There's nothing there. I just feel like there's just nothing left to add to that mess. I think God has shown you through these false prophets how here in the end time they will be full of demons and here with agendas. So my hope is that you get it. My channel is no longer monetized either. So I will include my Cash App if you want to give $1 to support my channel, if God leads you to do so. There has been some time now that God has literally went silent and hasn't shown me anything. So, you notice I haven't really been uploading too many videos, and it's just because that I feel like there's just nothing to say at that time. I only, if I feel led to say something when I was talking about Nature Boy, trying to expose the demons, the evil that was within this cult, I had something to say. I just do not have, I'm out of anything to say about them anymore. So, like I said, the channel, it's not monetized anymore. So if you feel led to give $1, or, if you're led to, that would be great. If not, that's okay too. I do feel like God is starting to show me things again and is leading me to where he wants me to go. And so I will be concentrating more on end time prophecy on this channel. And we know the two main books of the Bible for that is the book of Daniel and Revelations. And in my next two videos, we are going to dive into Daniel, the book of Daniel, and do a quick introduction into that first video. It's going to be like a series type thing where each time that I upload a video pertaining to the end time prophecy on those two books, it will be like maybe a chapter or two at a time, and we will discuss it, and then after that move on to the next chapter, and it will be in depth, really, looking into this so that we have an understanding of what the things that are to come very soon, in my opinion. So, like I said, this is going to be like a series. So, I will number the videos to put them in the playlist titled End Time Prophecy. So, they'll be easier for you guys to find. I hope you guys enjoy the series. So, be looking out for that first video that is going to be coming soon. So like I was saying, I had a really strange dream last night, and actually this makes the third dream I've had. But this one really just, it did something to me. And I want to say, what I want to say is there's coming a day really soon when the Antichrist is going to appear, and Satan's demons are going to be doing the most. We already see how evil things are getting, so much so that it can almost be felt. And as a result, many of us we're feeling, angry, more angrier, and you can feel this in your heart. I know a lot of people are going through this because I can see it. Every time I go outside, I see people wanting to fight each other. I see people yelling at each other. I see people getting out of their cars wanting to fight somebody else who made them upset. We're participating in the evil when God gives a warning for his people to come out of her. He tells his people to come out of her so that ye not become partakers. So how many of you guys have heard people say, don't hang around this person, or don't hang around this person or that person, because you might pick up some of their traits, you might become like them, or we've heard the saying, you are what you eat, which is true. I mean, you eat 50 donuts, you're going to look like a donut. I mean, am I wrong? You're probably going to not feel good if that's all you're eating. If you're eating healthy, then you feel healthy and you feel good. You're getting the vitamins and nutrients you need. Well, this is the same thing. You have to come out of this world and not participate in the evil, or you will become it. In this upcoming tribulation, evil will be felt, so much so that it will be who you become. You're not just going to see evil arise more and more as we enter into this tribulation, but you will feel it, and you're going to become a part of it. And the only way to avoid that is to come out of her. You say, okay, well, how do you avoid people? You can't just get by and not work. How do you avoid people? How do you avoid going outside? It's simple. You can't. You can't avoid these things. You can't avoid people. You cannot avoid having to go outside to confront some of these things. And sometimes you may be put in this position where you're going to become a part of this, where these demons are running rampant out here. They're, like I have told you guys in the past, these demons are running, jumping from person to person. And so you never know what you're going to run into every time you step your foot outside the door. We're so busy with our lives, we just don't have time for this foolishness. And it'll come to a point where you run into somebody and that person's going to say something to you, and you're going to go off on them because you're not going to be there for it. But that's one thing you can't do. You cannot become a part of that. You have to separate yourself from that so that you don't become a part of it. And that's going to be hard to do, because that's even hard for me to do. And I think this is why God gave me this dream, because he wants to let me know right away, if you think that you're doing anything good lately, you're not. You better take a step back and you better look at some of the things that you are thinking and some of the things that you feel and how you are behaving, because it's not about what the other person does, because they're going to do what they're going to do. You got to think about what you're saying, what you're thinking, and how you're feeling, and you better get it in check. Because, and this is for all of us, we cannot be going out here acting like these other people out here. We have got to separate ourselves and be not a part of that. Don't be a part of these people out here acting crazy, acting a fool. And it's probably the wrong word. I shouldn't use the word fool. But that's what it's getting to be like out here. You have people acting crazy, literally full of so much anger and so much, it's just unbelievable. And then pretty soon you become a part of that and you start feeling it. And you have got to not let yourself feel that. You have got to separate yourself from that because you're not a part of that. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. So no, you can't avoid these things. You can't. But what you can do is keep your heart pure. Keep your heart pure. Keep your mind focused on God. You need to be reading His Word, praying every day, and making God a part of your every waking moment. You better reach out to Him so tight for dear life and never let go for even a second, because you better believe that if you let go for even a second, he's going to use that second to get to you. So you got to put on the full armor of God, because that will be your only protection in this what's coming. Matthew 24:24 says, "For there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." So if you think you're a Christian and you think you're going to have one foot in and one foot out going into this tribulation, you got another thing coming, because you won't make it. So right now, before it's too late and you find yourself in this tribulation, because we don't know what's going to spark this tribulation. We don't know if it's going to be this 7-year peace treaty that kicks it off, or the temple being rebuilt and this man of sin, walking into this temple and proclaiming himself to be God. We don't know in what order these things are going to occur. We know these things are going to occur because the word says that. So right now, before it's too late, and you find yourself, like I said, going into this tribulation within the next year or so. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen in a year. It could happen in, I don't see it being pushed out another 5 years. I really don't. Another 2 or 3. I don't know. But I know that we are in the season. I know that we are in that generation. You don't want to go into this thing without God, because it's going to be much harder to come to the Lord during the tribulation, because this will be Satan's wrath. This is Satan's time. And the amount of evil and darkness you're going to feel during that time is going to be felt And the deception is going to be so great that even the elect can be deceived if it were possible. So it's better to go into this thing with a strong foundation in the Lord. And you do that by the reading the Bible, getting to know the Lord on a personal basis, get to know him, and please just stay in his word. Talk to him. Don't be afraid to reach out and just talk to him. This dream I had, it let me know that just because you think you're a Christian, that if you let down your guard for even a second, you're gonna feel the evil. It'll have a chance to get into you and consume you. And it was, that dream was so bad, it kept me up the rest of the night. And so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And if you guys want to leave a comment in the comment section, that would be great. And again, be looking out for the video number, End Time Introduction to Daniel, video 1. And then after that, we will start with video 2, where we will start with chapter 1 of Daniel. And we will get into detail. We're going to break down the beast system, how this thing is going to unfold, and it's something you guys don't want to miss. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and God bless.